Alright guys, welcome back to another brand new trade recap. Mic check 1 2 3 4. I hope the sounds is far better than before, bro. But whatever. I took two trades today. These two trades. This one was around 93 points, and this one was around almost 90 points. So yeah, almost 200 points. I was able to capture today on NQ, even though it didn't like moved in a specific manners or more like a very clean setup, but we did had setup. So yeah, I ended up taking those two trades and made around 658 bucks, as you saw on the community post. I didn't traded my live account today, but I traded one of my funded account and made that 658 bucks on that funded account. And speaking about funded accounts, Lucid Funding is, I think, still 50% off. You can get with my code next gen. I think next gen. Yeah. Link in the description. Just check them out. And yeah, man, that's gonna help me as well. And if you use Alpha Futures, you can also check the affiliate link in my description. So yeah, make sure to check them out. So what was the context behind these two trades that I took today? All right. Uh, First of all, to be honest with you all, I didn't had a bias today. Um, Around the market opening, I thought like we could possibly go higher because we had all these equal highs, bro, and I really wanted to see price sweeping these buy side out, but it didn't do that. So I ended up waiting for some confirmation to the sell side and ended up taking these two trades. So I'll be going over these two trades. All right. Okay. So what is the first trade? I think this was around. Let me just put on the gaps and the liquidity pool. So as I shifted my bias from bullish to bearish, I was looking for this low right here, the first one, and then we had another low here as well. This low here, that was my second target. Even though I closed my first position um, within this bullish order block. Why is this a bullish order block? Because look at this significant move that happened previously at that point that cleared out all these buys that above these highs. All right, so that's why I used that 5-minute bullish order block, and if we end up going more lower than that, this was my final target. Even the price can literally go far beyond than that, but I think it might end up taking all this sell side, bro. But whatever, man, I'm out and I lock my account for until I think uh tomorrow's AM session. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just I think I locked my account for almost like 22 hours, so I won't be able to trade until my account gets unlocked around that time. So yeah, that's a good thing because I made money and I locked the account. But so these two were my targets. This blue line here is the bullish order block on the 5-minute time frame that I just show you, and this is the 5-minute swing low. All right, now what happened around 9:30 open? So 9:30 opened up, traded up into this gap right here. All right, this fair value gap. Now I want you to look here closely. We had one bearish order block right here as well. That was intact. All right, that was intact. That was never tapped into until the market opened. All right, so the market opened up, traded up into that fair value gap, and we had this 5-minute bearish order block, and it's rejected from there pretty nicely. And at that time, what I did, I went to the 1-minute time frame. Now because of this chop, bro, I didn't want to take any trade at that time, but once we tapped into that 5-minute bearish order block, this one right here, this candle tapped into that 5 minute bearish order block and rejected pretty nicely. And then what I did, I waited for a nice swing low or a nice market structure shift. All right, now at this point, when this candle broke this low, that was not enough for me. All right, that wasn't enough for me to enter the trade, because look at that candle, bro. That candle was like a bullshit candle, bro. So I was a bit scared on that time, because I didn't and got a chance to I didn't get a chance to enter on that bearish order block. So I waited for a perfect entry so that I can manage my risk properly. So we formed another swing low right here. All right, now at that time, looked to the left, we had this gap right here as well, this IFVG. All right, now I want you to focus on one thing. Where's the blue? Here's the blue. Bro, my back hurts. Oh, shit. Whatever. So this candle right here on the 1 minute time frame is the 930 candle. All right, now what I do most of the time is that I put on the quadrants of that candle most of the time on the 1 minute time frame, because each quadrant of that 930 candle on the 1 minute time frame is very sensitive, to be honest with you all. So look at here. All right, this right here is the midpoint of the 930 candle. Price just stopped right around here, formed that swing low, and then price traded up into that this IFVG, didn't go through the high of that IFVG. And when I saw that, I had a stop order limit just below that low, because if we break below that low, because this right here is a failed bullish fair value gap. All right, look here, when price first tapped into this, what do you expect? You expect continuation from that gap. So if we're invalidating that gap, what does it mean? It means that price probably gonna now look for some sell side, and probably gonna continue going towards some sell side liquidity. All right, if that make any sense. So that was my whole like psychological view on this move right here, and I entered that trade when this candle, I think I didn't, no, my bad, I think I entered on this candle right there. All right, when it tapped into this gap right here, I entered my position and took some partial below these lows, and then I took another partial right here and closed the full position somewhere around here. I think around here, right around here. All right, so at that point I could have stopped, but I thought like I should take another trade, even though it's not good if you make, but in this trade I didn't get the full target. All right, so I waited, and when look here, I applied the same concept here as well. Now if you look to the left, what is this? This is a breaker block. All right, this is a breaker block. Let me take off that. All right, let me just put on the quadrant. So this right here is a 9:30 a.m. candle. All right, and this right here is our breaker block. Look what price did. Price traded up into the midpoint of that breaker block and the low of that 9:30 candle, and rejected pretty quickly. When it rejected, I waited for that swing high to form, because as you know, I'm a failure swing trader. All right, if that make any sense. I mean, my concept requires failure swings to form. So that was the whole point. Once I saw that failure swing formation right here, and we closed into this gap right here, I know that now price probably gonna continue towards this low and end up taking that 5-minute low. So that was the concept of this trade as well, and I ended up taking that trade and closed the whole position here. Took like, I think took off 1 or 2 minutes right here as well. So yeah, that was the whole concept. And if you even look at here, look how this gap is keeping price below that. All right, just because that is a failed bullish fair value gap. Now many of you like probably went long I'll try to long here or here. Now, I'll give you a piece of a puzzle, all right? Whenever you're thinking that now it's probably gonna reverse from a certain level of interest, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna use any kind of failed bullish fair value gap or bearish fair value gap, all right? In this case, I'm not looking for any longs until we trade up into this and inverse that, this gap right here. So if we inverse that and make another market structure shift around that level, something like this, that would be my trade. I'll just put my trade something like this and target the buy side. That would be my trade, because if we inverse that, now price shifted its trend to bullish, all right? And then we made a market structure shift. So what does it mean? So now buyers are in control. So it's probably gonna trade up into some sort of buy side or a premium PDRA. So that's how you should read the price. And I hope this explanation helped you. And by the way, chat, I'm probably gonna start dropping basic ICT concept, like something like path to your excellency in technical analysis. How how does that sound, bro? I think that sounds great, bro. Right? Yeah. I'll start with like fair value gaps. I have inverse fair value gap, then breaker blocks. I'll just put on content around all these PDRAs, then eventually on my strategy one by one. So that helps those who are totally beginner watching this channel. I think those videos gonna help you. And yeah, tell me in the comment section if you understand this explanation, and if you didn't, I'll probably cover that in the next breakdown video. Or yeah, man. And yeah, make sure to check out Lucid Fund. Why did I pause, man? Make sure to check out Lucid Funding Alpha Future, link in the description. 50% going on Lucid Funding. I think I maximum 3 users left for my coupon, so you can use next gen ICT, not next gen ICT, just next gen, and you'll probably get a 50% discount on Lucid Funding. All right, and yeah, man, I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Till then, be safe, take care of your health, your mental health, and keep grinding, man. Take care, guys.